Long time no see. Back at the shop. So today we're pretty much gonna get the S13 going. Pretty much, I'm gonna try to do some wiring, but really intercooler piping side. Just for today. Spend a little bit. I'm gonna pretty much show you guys what I got going on. Alrighty. I know this seems like a lot. It's not really a lot, but it's a lot. For me, it's just kind of putting the car together. So, what we have on today, I have a brand new tail wastegate that I put on recently. New downpipe that I have to fully, drop down, but for now, I'm not too really worried about that. Some wiring shit that has to get situated. Yeah, some wiring stuff that has to get situated. But today, I was dealing with this is S14 distributor. I was trying to wire it into my S13 harness. But it's not really working out the way I want to right now. And I'm thinking I'm just going to buy a new S13 distributor. And I have to kind of buy new connectors because I kind of lopped the connectors off already. Dumbass. Don't worry about it. And this, I'm honestly just about ready just to put it in the car. It's going to be a little bit of work, but it will look way cleaner at the end of the day. I'm trying to tuck all the wires, make this thing clean and presentable, and just like, you know, budget car. I just bought a house, and this is a car that's going to be driven this year. We got K20 coils, brand new precision 620 44, I think, maybe. Yeah, K20 coils, wiring specialties, sub harness. We're gonna be running this car on a Mega Squirt ECU, just because the money for a link right now is kind of out of budget right now. And I already talked to the guys from them. They basically told me, since this is kind of a mix-match harness with, yeah. Anyways, we're just gonna keep on going. But this is pretty much what we got going on. If you don't know, this is my S13 hatch, budget car. And yeah, so pretty much my plans is to keep it full interior with a cage, super clean street car where I can just get in, drive it whenever I want to, and take it to the track and beat the piss out of it. So today's objective is to get, don't worry about this, to get this in there. But the only problem is this. So I'm gonna have to lop this off because this was for an older V-mount. Unless I should run the V-mount setup, but the V-mount setup is a little of a pain because it's just kind of, how do I explain it? It's a little of a pain because it's not, it sits above everything. So it sits above the rad. That's why that's a way smaller rad setup than the car was supposed to even be in. It's a weird setup. I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like with the V-mount setup. I kind of want the V-mount setup just because it does look cool and it kind of has everything already, but I might just have to run that because that's just more simplified. It looks a little bit cleaner, but the V-mount does look clean because it has very less couplers. It's like one coupler for one side, one coupler to that side. The only thing I don't like is it has this weird ass 90, but besides that, we're gonna not worry about that right now. All right, so this is pretty much the V-mount setup of the car. I'm gonna try to move this up so you guys can see it. All right, so you kind of can't really put it in until you cut the rad support, but this would be the setup. You can tell by here. I would have to cut the rad support to fit it. But this is just looks, I don't know, it looks cool, but at the same time, it just looks like, I don't know. It's nice because it already has IoT bong and everything already on it. And it's just like, I don't know. And I don't know how effective does it work for starters. So I'm going to possibly use my setup, but this does look pretty sick. Well, obviously it doesn't look sick now, but when it's dropped down, flushed, it will look super clean. And I kind of want to use it, but I'm just not sure. All right, guys, so quick update. This shit really bothers me, but my TIG welder's a little booked up right now. And yeah, so far so good. What we got going on? We got boom, boom, boom. And we got the wastegate out the hood. But I had to cut it basically to a straight because it was a 90, and the way my downpipe and my manifold and everything line up. So I know I have to trim it. It's pretty fucking long and outrageous right now, but so far so good. I think we got somewhat decent. I have to go home for a second, so I'll be back in a little bit. And I'm gonna try to figure out all this wiring. And yeah, but so far so good. Nothing too crazy, nothing too outrageous, but I think we're getting somewhere. Working outside the shop right now. Currently, someone's using the shop right now. So, figured out mounting all my intercooler piping up. I kind of still have a lot of couplers on one side, but for the time being, this is gonna have to do. But this is pretty much the highest point where I want it, and it should be fine with a bash bar around it. It's another thing you gotta keep in mind when doing this. Still have to get my IoT sensor bong welded in. Still have to make a hood dump, and besides that, that's pretty much where I got at. I want to start pulling everything out of the trunk so I can start doing the fuel system and all that good shit. And right now, currently picking at it, kind of having a rough day, but still out here trying to get to it and trying to get this shit done at least. So it's whatever. Got to get through some shit. It's the only way I get through it sometimes. So see with this or hop on a bike. So everyone have a good day. Like, comment, subscribe. Try and keep y'all guys updated best as I can. Another thing too, my injectors wouldn't fit this intake manifold, so I got to order a top feed injector setup. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe. Peace out.